what have you become aware of about yourself? What's the most recent thing that you've become aware of?
Oh my God, sis. There are so many things. I'll tell you one thing I deeply have been aware of, that I did not understand love. I didn't understand love. Like when you grow up with this distorted view of love, because when you grow up, the people you first meet, whether it's your mother, your sisters, your environment, your community, right? You learn love, whether it's an unhealthy love or whether it's a very healthy love. But I didn't have a healthy love growing up, which gave me a distorted idea of what love was. So I found myself like on this like hamster wheel of dysfunction and dysfunctional relationships, attracting dysfunction all the time because I felt like this was love. I thought love was abusive. Love was jealous. You know what I mean? Love was that because like when you're a child or when you're a young person and someone says that they love you, but then they smack the shit out of you, then you're thinking, well, maybe this is what love is. Or if someone says, I love you, but you ain't shit, then you're thinking, well, I guess you're saying that because you love me. Then you have this real confused idea of what love is. So you find yourself attracting a lot of dysfunctional relationships and dysfunctional ideas of love. And as an adult at 54 years old, I'm realizing I never really experienced true love that was not full of abuse, that was not full of manipulation. You know what I mean? And
Really?
I'm really, sis.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I have friends that I believe love me, but I got to tell you, like, I have had even insecurities and fear, even when it comes to friendship. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells sometimes. You know, I feel like I could say the wrong thing that could blow them up or that could make them not talk to me. You know what I mean?
You don't trust it.
It's like, it's because love has been so unstable. You know what I mean?
What is that? What is,
in my
what is
life?
the root of that? Like, what? I know some of your family background, but not.
Yes. I mean, I would just say the root of just how I was raised and, you know, just, you know, fighting a lot, you know, as a kid. It's some things that's so deeply personal. I don't know if it would be
totally fine.
Appropriate to talk about right now,
No,
but
that's fine.
you know, but it's a lot has to do with my preteen, you know, or like my, you know, probably from 8 to probably 21, 22, maybe 25. You know what I'm saying?
Dysfunction.
Like just dysfunction and trying to get out of the cycle of dysfunction and trying to get out of the cycle of dysfunctional relationships, like trying to attract healthier people in my life so I can have more healthy forms of love in my life.
I love that you found that awareness, though.
Yeah.
Who cares what age it happens?
Yeah.
Just trying to find that. But when you think about like you know, you kind of laugh and you joke about a time being 14 years old, working this place, doing cocaine. Like, what is it even? You were a baby.
100%.
You know what I mean? Somebody's supposed to be loving on you, protecting you, and being 14 years old, being in that space, and you were either trying to find something or cover something, or
I was
like,
doing
what do you
all
think
the things.
what that was?
I
at
was
that age?
trying to find love. I was trying to find like a purpose, a place for myself. And then I was just really surviving, sis. Like I was like in full survival mode.
Who even gives a child that young drugs?
Honey, it was in the community.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm from Camden, New Jersey. Like
She's like, baby, the corner.
I think to you,
Up the block.
I mean, seriously,
The corner
like,
store.
I feel like
I know.
intentional.
I know better than that.
Right, but it's okay.
still when you think about that.
But sis, it was intentional because Camden was like in a place, a small city, that was probably looked at like a junkyard. Like not too long ago, my friend who is the mayor of Camden, we were talking about the fact that Camden was like a dump site to construction workers that worked outside of the community. People would come into Camden, New Jersey and dump in the middle of the night, and they would dump piles of trash on people's streets. People would wake up in the morning and they would see piles of trash in front of their homes. Think about the construction sites that you see, and they're like, where should we dump this shit? And they say, we know, Camden, because they looked at it as such a small crime, community, right? Where they didn't give a fuck about the people in Camden. So they would go dump trash in Camden.
That's crazy.
What else did they dump in Camden? They dumped bad food in Camden. They dumped drugs in Camden. They dumped a bunch of liquor stores in Camden. I promise you, when people first started testing crack, I'm sure they gave it to some niggas in Camden and said, here. And because of the systemic issue that we had to deal with in Camden, because of these young, brilliant minds that weren't able to get opportunity and jobs and all of that shit, they were in survival mode. So guess what they started doing? Hustling dope. And guess who started doing it? The people in the community. And guess who some of those people were? Me, my mother, some of the friends I grew up with. That's what we had access to.
Wow.
That's how we communed and fellowshipped. We fellowshipped over a line of cocaine, okay, and some naughty head gin, okay? That's how we got down in Camden. And so it was easy access. It was easy to get it. But, go ahead, tell me.
When did you feel like that was a problem?
When?
Yeah, like what moment did you, because you said it was fun, we was fellowship, it was 14, you were young or teenagers, whatever
it wasn't
years.
until I was about 25, sis, to be honest.
Really?
Like at 25 was when I got born again and I stopped doing drugs. I literally stopped doing cocaine.
So that
at 25.
whole time
I was getting high from 14 to 25 and I didn't see nothing wrong with it until I was 25 years old.
Wow.
Literally. I didn't think it was a problem. I thought it was the way that I was coping. And honestly, the dope dealers I loved and they loved me. And so, it was family. You know what I'm saying? And
do you think that that's part of why, because when I think about that, you said the dope dealers loved you, right?
Yes.
Like you have an ability to connect with people. When people see you, especially even in character, even in some of your roles, I wonder if those experiences helped you to kind of connect with people in the way that you do now.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
100%. That's why I always will rep Camden, New Jersey, because I learned so much about life in from being from Camden. I mean, people are funny in Camden, strong, don't take no shit,
always
all of the things. And it's this
side.
authenticity that's in Camden. And I want to say something because I thought about this, and this is how I feel, right? Coming from Camden, a place that I feel people looked at as trash. Like people used to
That's so
feel,
sad. That makes me sad.
Though,
Yeah.
sis.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
You know, when you think about it, people used to talk about Camden being one of the highest crime cities, in America. There were more murders in Camden, more dope dealers in Camden, more poverty in Camden. And it was a place that looked like nothing but trash. But I believe, and this is how I feel about myself, I feel righteously recycled. Like, that's how I feel, righteously recycled. I feel like Camden is going to be righteously recycled. What do I mean by righteous recycling something? Like taking something old that people looked at as trash and recycling it into something brand new and something usable and something important to the community and to the environment. I felt like trash that was recycled into something new. And that's the same thing I believe and feel about Camden.
Woo! Hey guys, you ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, this is a great price? And then a few months later, it's like, a surprise, this bill is higher. With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. So no price hikes, no contract, forever. Plus, Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. They have invested billions building 5G towers across the country. So visit boostmobile.com or head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. 5G speeds not available in all areas. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan. I hear that, sister.
I swear I do. Sis.
No, I do. What do you say to somebody? Because when you're telling your story, I'm thinking, wow, what a beautiful story. You've made it out. This, I don't know, inspiration to people who are in similar situations. But I think about for every one of you that gets recycled in this way.
Yes.
How many people didn't make it out of that situation?
Yes.
I think about all the things that went wrong in people's lives that didn't at 25 make them want to stop what they'd been doing since they're 14.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you say to somebody who hasn't made it to the other side yet?
It's never too late. Like, it really isn't too late. To me, as long as we have breath and as long as we have ability, it's not too late, sis. It really isn't. Like, I remember back in the day when I would go and teach in Atlanta, like acting classes, right? Because there was so much production coming into Atlanta. And I remember people would come in, older women, younger people, you know, all kinds of people. But when the older people would come in and they'd be like, well, I always had the dream to be an actor. Well, guess what? You got Tyler Perry Studios that's doing great stuff in Atlanta. You have all these productions that's coming into Atlanta. Let me teach you the tools of acting and let's see you become a co-star, background. It could start off being background. You're acting. A background actor is an actor. We need background. We need you in the scene. We need to fill in the blanks of the scene. Let's say now we have a co-star. You might just give one line, two lines, but guess what? You're acting. You're doing the dream that you never thought you would be able to do. Now, there's a whole community of people that live in Atlanta and the surrounding cities because of all the production that's been going to Atlanta that's now living the dream. We need old people. We need young people. We need middle-aged people. We need all kinds of people. It's never too late as long as you're still living.
For more episodes, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you on the next IRL podcast.